Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to QA Testing Lab. This is Asutosh Kumar. Today we are going to start with a series, Playwright with JavaScript. So today we are going to do the first part, how to install Playwright, and in the subsequent sessions we will see the other areas of Playwright with JavaScript. Okay. To install Playwright, there are two prerequisites which we need to do first. First is we need to install node.js, and the other one we need to install is Visual Studio Code Editor. So I have installed both of these items. I will just ensure that node.js is installed in my machine or not. So to check that, I will go to command prompt cmd, and I will just enter here node space hyphen hyphen version. So it is showing version as 22.16.0 for node.js. Similarly, we can check the package manager as well. So we can just enter the command npm space hyphen hyphen version. Yeah, it is showing the npm version number, that is 10.9.2, which is installed in my machine now. Okay. Now the other prerequisite is that we need to install the Visual Studio Code Editor. So I am already having this Visual Studio Code Editor in my machine. This is already installed. Okay. So what I will do, this is a project folder where I'm going to keep all my projects. Okay. So I will just create a project folder here. Learn Playwright part 1. Okay. And I will open this folder. Here in the Visual Studio Code Editor. Now if you see this, if you just expand this, there is nothing inside this folder as of now. So now what we need to do, we need to install Playwright. So to do that, just go to these three dots, click here, go to terminal and open a new terminal. Okay, so I'll just click on this so that a new terminal will get opened. So to install the Playwright, we just need to write the command npm init Playwright @latest. Just press enter. So it has started installing the Playwright. So now here it is asking, do you want to use TypeScript or JavaScript? Which language you want to use? So by default, if you see by default TypeScript is selected. So if we press enter, then it will go ahead with the TypeScript. If we want to change to JavaScript, then just press the downward arrow key. So I'm just pressing it now. So now JavaScript is selected. I'll just press enter so that we can continue with the JavaScript. Okay, now it is asking us where to put our end-to-end tests. So this is a folder where we are going to keep our tests. So by default it is saying that it will create a test folder inside this project. So if we press enter, it will create test folder with this name. Now it is asking add a GitHub action workflow. So by default the value for this is false. So if we press directly enter, it will not create any GitHub action workflow as of now. But in case if you want to create it, we can just change it to Y and then it will create a GitHub action workflow. We will see this creating the action workflow for GitHub in our upcoming sessions. So I'll just go with the default value for this. Then it is asking install Playwright browsers. So they have given one command as well, npx playwright install. So we can directly run this command to install all the browsers. But now it is asking whether we want to install all the browsers. By default the value is true. If we press enter, it will install all the browsers. So now it has started initializing the npm projects. It is installing the Playwright. Now it is downloading the browsers, and now it's done. Okay, so if you see inside this our project folder, it has created these many folders and files. Okay, so the first folder is node underscore modules. Okay, so what it does, this folder is having all the project related dependencies. Okay, so if you see this bin playwright at the rate types, all are having project related dependencies are added over here. So this is the folder where all the project related dependencies will get installed. Okay, whether we are going to create a playwright project or a node.js project, this folder node underscore modules is going to get created by default. So whether it's a playwright project or node.js project, and it will also include the nested dependencies. That means that packages that playwright itself depends upon. Okay, so there are certain packages mm, on which playwright itself depends. So those nested dependencies will also get installed. One thing we need to make sure that we should never commit this folder node underscore modules to git. Okay, always use .git ignore file so that it will get excluded. Okay, now the next folder is the test folder. So this is the folder where all the test scripts will be kept. We can keep all the test uh, by creating different subfolders, and we can create those subfolders based upon different features or different test types. So whatever categorization we want to do, we can do that categorization inside this test folder. Okay, so if you see inside this folder, they by default JavaScript file has been created, example.spec.js. So I'll just close this terminal. So if you see, these are the two tests which has been mentioned over here. Okay, so they have just given this two tests to see how we are going to write the test. Okay, to check how we are going to write the test. Similarly, another folder is there where complete end-to-end test has been created. Okay, so in this folder there is a sample test file which shows how to run end-to-end test scripts. So this is a sample test for end-to-end test. Okay, if you see, they have done all those things. So basically what this file do, it will go to this demo app. Okay, and here they have declared a variable. Okay, and it will add all the to do items, create a first to do, create second to do, create third to do as well, and then it will start adding these to do items. Okay, and ensure that whatever the to do items it is adding, that gets added in the list. Okay, this one, it is just ensuring whether the to do item which they are trying to add is getting added in the list or not. Okay, then it will perform different actions, and then at the last it verifies the whether the UI gets updated correctly or not. So using this end-to-end test script, they are doing certain activities, certain steps which we are going to cover up in our upcoming sessions. This is the git ignore file. So if we want to ignore anything, then we can use this file. This is the package hyphen lock.json file. So what does this do? This basically locks the dependencies. This ensures that every time uh, someone is installing our project, they get exactly the same version of the packages. Okay, so like suppose any other team members, they are trying to install this project, so they will get same dependencies what we are having. So whatever dependencies are logged in this JSON file, they will get the same dependencies. In terms of security, why this has been logged? So this is purely because of the security reason. By locking this version, we can avoid like installing a version of the package that might contain any security vulnerability or any security threats. Okay, the third one is that we should always commit this file to our version control. If we are using git, then commit it over there, and this will just ensure that every team member working on this project install the same package version. So that is the advantage of doing the commit. There is a difference between package.json file and package-log.json file. If you see the difference, see certain dependencies are there. Okay, these are the dependencies. This is the Playwright which has been installed here. Okay, this is the TypeScript, type/node. This is the TypeScript. Okay, so this is a TypeScript declaration. Uh, like TypeScript is basically a superset of JavaScript, I would say, but here we are using JavaScript, so we are not going to use TypeScript. This caret, what does this mean? This means that package-log.json file can be upgraded from this version till 2.0.0. So it can get upgraded till 2.0.0. Similarly, this can be upgraded till 25.0.0, but it should always be less than 25.0.0. It's not equal to 25.0.0. Like suppose if it is getting upgraded, then it it will upgrade to any version greater than this, but less than 2.0.0. Okay, so if you see here, it can be upgraded like any version greater than this, any version greater than this, and lesser than 2.0.0 is acceptable. Okay, so here we are having a range for these two. Similarly, so in package.json file, the versions will be logged. Here 1.53.2 is given. Here 24.0.8 that is given for types node. But if you see in the package.json file, it is saying at the right types slash node. So what it will do, any version greater than or equal to this version, any version greater than or equal to this version, and less than 25.0.0 is acceptable. So here it is having a range. Similarly, here also it is having a range. Any version which is greater than or equal to 1.53.2 but lesser than 2.0.0. Okay. So here also it is having a range, but in the package hyphen log.json file, it's not a range. It's fixed at a particular version. So this is also one of the reason it is having the keyword as lock. Okay. Then the last file is playwright.config.js file. So this is the main configuration file. This file sets the global settings like the test directory. So here if you see, this is the test directory. Then the uh, whether test you want to run the test parallel or not. So true, false. Different browsers like Chromium, Firefox, WebKit, or if you want to run on mobile devices, you can just uncomment these lines and you can run your test on the mobile browsers also, mobile Chrome, mobile Safari, Microsoft Edge. Okay. Similarly, it is having reporting options as well. Somewhere it will have some reporting options. Yeah. So it will start reporting in the HTML format. This basically means that it will have one worker. Okay, this one means it is having only one worker, so all the tests will be running like all these three different tests for two, like we are having two different tests. Okay, if you see, this is the first test and this is the second test, so two tests we have written. Both these two tests will run on Chromium, Firefox, and WebKit, but the total number of workers which will be used will be one only. Okay. Now let's check the Playwright version. So I will just enter a command to check the Playwright version. Npm space Playwright space hyphen v. So this will give the installed Playwright version for this project. So 10.9.2 is the Playwright version which is installed in this project. So this is one way of installing Playwright. There is another way of installing Playwright that we are going to see now. So inside this project folder, what I will do, I will just create another folder and I will name it as learn Playwright VS extension. Okay, learn Playwright Visual Studio extension. So I will come here. I will just open our project which we have recently created. So I will just open this. So as of now, if you see, there is nothing inside this project. Okay, there is nothing inside this project. So what I will do, I will just go to view, command palette, and search for Playwright. Just search for Playwright and click on this first option, test install Playwright. Okay, now it is saying that these three different browsers will get installed along with Playwright, and a GitHub action workflow will get created. Now it is not giving any default value, like the default value is the test script language, but if we want to change it to JavaScript, we can check this checkbox and change it. Okay, so I am using JavaScript, so I will change it here. If you want to go ahead with the TypeScript, you can just keep it TypeScript is the default, if you see here. So I'm just going to check this checkbox. Okay, and I will run this. So now it will start creating different folders and files inside this project. So what are the different folders and files? First was the node modules, then it will create a test folder, then it will create an example test folder, then it will have a ignore file, then it will have package lock.json file, then it will have package.json file. All different files will be there. Then it will have the config file as well, where we are having the global settings. We'll wait for some time. It is installing the @type/node. Now it is downloading the browsers, Chromium, Firefox, and WebKit. It's done. So if you see, all these different folders, files has been created. Okay, it's the same folders and files. See, same example they have given, which we have seen in the previous project. And if you want to check the Playwright version, so we will again run the same command, npm playwright space -v. So it is showing 10.9.2 is the Playwright version which has been installed for this project. So I hope you guys have understood how to install the Playwright by both ways. Uh, See you in the next video. Till that time, bye and take care, and keep watching the space. Thank you.